there. It's good to see you. Expecting you to drop in today. I'm Ted Bear, Adventures Extraordinaire. You might remember me from my previous documentary, Man vs. Nature, The Road to Victory. Today, we're going to be studying birds. To find such creatures, you need to have a strong spirit, a powerful body, and a backpack of ingenuity. I've got mine on, both straps. Come on! Alright, so we're going to go looking for some birds. Now at first people might think, why don't you go to look for birds? They're nowhere around here. But in truth, they're everywhere. You just have to listen in. You might not be able to hear, but I can hear them right now, chirping of birds. They can nest just about anywhere. They can nest in man-made structures, in bushes, in trees. We're going to go look. Now friends, we're going to go look at a tree right now, see if we can find some pretty birds. Come on! I've just seen a few birds pop into the trees around. You have to be quiet. Birds are very good creatures. They can sense danger and they know to go. That's why humans can't approach birds. There are some pet birds people keep, but in the wild, you've got to be stealthy. Common nests of bird species all over. They fly in them and make nests made out of tree bark, a little bit of feces, and whatever itsy and bitsy pieces together they can make. In the nests they live, they mate, but most importantly they lay the eggs. You've probably seen it on TV in cartoons, and that's real. That part is real. Birds lay on their eggs inside the nest until they are ready to hatch. Little hatchlings have little tooth under their beak that they use to break through the eggs when they're ready to hatch. But once they get out of the egg, they lose a tooth because they don't need it anymore. The mother often feeds its young by catching insects, devouring them, and hawking them back up into the other egg's mouth. Imagine if your mother chewed your own food for you. She's probably insulted you by offering to do that a few times. If we're talking about birds, we can't help but talk about the national bird of Canada. The Great Canadian Loon. It's a rather large bird, about the size of a geese, or at the smallest, very, very large ducks. They are featured on the Canadian coin. That's why they call it the loonie. Loons are predatory birds, as in they eat fish. What they'll do is they'll dive into the water while flying in air to scoop up fish in their beaks. And other times, like ducks, they'll just float on the water, then dive under. But that's much less impressive. Okay, that's it. There are lots of other very interesting facts about the Canadian loon.
Get out of my yard! Get out of here! Get out! Get out!
I'm leaving my This is Ted Bear signing off!
I'm warning you!
Anyway, despite the challenges associated. Alright, now I'm going to talk to you about my favorite kind of bird, owls. They're very interesting. First of all, you won't find any at this time of day. Owls are nocturnal creatures, meaning they only fly around at night. They're also very predatory. They eat mice, moles, other birds, other owls, voles, whatever a vole is. Now, interesting enough, unlike other birds which poo, who get rid of waste materials, owls take all the materials they cannot turn into food and they hawk it back up through their mouths in little pellet shapes. If you ever notice little perfectly like pill-shaped mounds of mouse fur and bones and other icky parts, you might know that there's an owl's nest nearby. And it is true. Unlike me, an owl can turn its neck all the way around. Let me try. Ah! Ah!
There's a bird in the tree. You can see some movement. No, just two birds.
Alright, so we've been talking a lot about birds. We need to talk something very special about them. How they're built, what their body is like. Step one, as you all know, probably from kindergarten, birds are covered with feathers. Feathers have multiple functions. The feathers on the wings allow most birds to fly in the air, although there are birds that can't fly, like the ostrich and I think chickens. Other kinds of feathers like the ones on the body, for example, on the duck and the Canadian loon, keep water from touching its body, so that not only does it sleep in the water, it doesn't lose body heat. And there are other special kinds of feathers, like the ones you find on owls. They have a feather disc around their face, called a facial disc, that helps sound come in there so they can hear more things, because owls have weird ears. A lot of people think the ears are here on the owl, as in with the great horned owl, but no, the ears are around here. Another important part of bird anatomy is their talons, or some people just call them claws, the feet birds have. They do things like to help them grip onto branches, and for birds like the falcon, it helps grab creatures up in its talons, choke them, kill them, and then they can carry them off someplace to eat. Owls do, for example, an owl, it takes less than a second for an owl's claws to snap the neck of a mouse.